stream. Yeah. Yeah. Oh fuck, that was a little bit late. Yeah, this stream is insanely PG, dude. Can confirm. I'm pretty sure I have the mature button ticked on my stream, actually. I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure Good Guy Quantum actually made sure he ticked that button so that we didn't have, like, you know, at least the random 12-year-olds who have said they're, like, you know, 18, like, know what they're walking into. Oh wow, get in position, bitch. That was slow. Pop, bubble pop, pop, bubble, bubble pop. Nothing's PG with you around, Crunchy. Ain't that the truth? Oh my god. Pick the stick up! That's possibly one of the more annoying things when you forget, like, you somehow don't trigger the stick pickup there. When is this ball ripping starting? I need to record for science. Cheers, Helen. I love you too, man. I don't know. Probably soon, though. Ball ripping is probably starting soon, I'll be honest. If I fail that fucking same trick again, then it's definitely open ball ripping season, I think. Why was this so slow? For you guys. Oh dear. Oh dear. Not like you. We clearly have a very high opinion of you, Crunchy. I mean, that much is obvious. Fucking frame in front. Actually, I think I threatened to, like, you know, kill someone if I kept pausing these, if I kept pausing the frame in front of the, cutscene anymore. It happens way more than I wanted to.
What wild creature!
Must have been so bad. Oh. Okay. We didn't wreck Arena there. See, like, that's what I'm talking about, D, is, like, getting, like, it was a shit dream world and a kind of a shit unexpected party, and we're still minus 30 seconds here because Roast Mountain was actually good. Like, it was only plus 2 seconds. But we're still plus 14 against bests, but, you know. If I get Troll Hole first time here, we'll probably be like 55 or something. So yeah, there is much time to save if you get a good run. Or if I get a good run. Even. Alright, so we did actually get that first time. We didn't get the fast whip on the jump though, so but that was still pretty good. Probably lost 2-3 seconds there, 53. Yeah, 3 seconds. That was nice. You remind me. This is how. Because it was still a 405. It was still a greater than 4 troll hole, so. Them great troll holes is when you get them like sub 4 minutes.
Ah, firewood. Well, there's no going back. Oh, how will I ever get back to the dwarves? Suppose if I follow the edge of this mountain, I'll find my way to their trail. This pillar looks weak.
Trigger.
Perhaps I can trick those stone
There's no fast
giants
rock
into
for
making
us.
a bridge for me.
So we hit the trigger. Chill out, wait for... There we go. Okay. I actually saw the second rock coming then, before the cutscene kicked, just before the cutscene kicked in. But I decided we'd go for it anyway, because yeah, if you jump, you can jump through the rocks, so... I figured I'd probably be okay. So, and I'm literally just staring at the ground here when we go around there, just hoping I can see the rocks like slightly earlier. Nice. It's definitely better to long jump onto that vine, but given like if you do it by moving the camera around, that time you save versus kind of just attack jumping onto it like just gets removed because of the time it takes to move the camera. So I'm not super confident with the angle there. So. Let's go for the attack jump instead. Hey, look, this. Hey, you wanna know what shitty movement looks like?
I don't like the look of this.
That was shitty movement. Where'd the camera end up? Hey, look where we are again, guys. That was good. Just knew, as soon as we jumped there, I was happy with it. So that was an 8:33 getting into the tunnel here, so that was pretty good. Pretty damn good, actually. Slight risk by putting a couple extra long jumps in. I was hunting for the sub 9 minute here, but we're not gonna get it, so... Oh damn, not with that kind of fucking slope boost. Alright, so new stuff that I haven't explained. So again, we're just going for a slope boost here. This one's a little bit different, because what we're actually doing is we slope boost there, and we're actually spamming B, which is talk. What actually happens there is there's an invisible wall at the top of that slope that you can't get through. But when you talk to Thorin there, your character, when it talks to most people actually, if it's a cutscene, physically gets moved by the game. So on that slope, we slope boost up so we can get in range to talk to Thorin, talk to him from the wrong side of that invisible wall, but because we talk to him, the game then like warps our character to be in shot basically, and then puts it obviously through the invisible wall. because it just leaves it wherever the game put it for the cutscene. So, hello. I didn't think you could hit us from up there. So yeah, we abuse the fact that the game moves us in cutscenes to get through the invisible wall there. Which is why we go for that slow boost, and why it's important we talk to drawing. So that's kind of cool. The stuff like that I think is what kind of makes, you know, the mechanical tricks I think are cool, but like the ones where it also combines kind of something weird in the game that, like that, like moving through an invisible wall, I quite like. So making sure we get lots of long jumps in. So this trick's fun. So first we're gonna slam into a wall, which basically cancels out all your falling momentum. Next we're gonna grab this wall, first person to turn around, and then we're gonna get across. So we're actually out of bounds here, and then we're just gonna fall back through this wall. We just skipped a huge ass section of the game, which you're gonna see in a minute, as we travel through it a different way. But yeah, basically what we do is we grab the ledge there, and when you're holding ledges, the game doesn't consider you, like, it doesn't check. Jesus, this guy is in a shitty position for us. We're okay. The game doesn't check check your collision. So, did I not reset the Wii, guys? Did I not reset the Wii? Balls, this could get interesting, guys, really quickly. Did I not reset the Wii when we got here last? Jesus, okay, hang on, guys, hang on, wait. So I want to go the wrong way to reset us. You should put us back at the top, okay, and then I want to put everything on red, alright. Well, fuck. We actually saved a bunch of time in this level, but we're not gonna see it. Because we probably just killed 40 seconds there. Don't think so. Well, obviously not, because we've got this glitch, right? Okay, so this is the big area that you're supposed to run through and that we skipped all of. The reason that got all fuckery there is, for some reason, this game randomly manages to preserve some binary counters on those direction poles. What you're supposed to do is hit 3 of them, set them to green, and it takes you to the end here, basically. But for whatever reason, if you don't reset your game, when you get back here, the game shows you the right image, so it shows you the red side. Right, so we lost so much time there, that's really frustrating. It shows you the right image, but actually the direction that arrow is pointing is the opposite to the one you get, because it preserves the last time you hit them. And obviously the last time we hit them all to green. Even though I restarted the game completely fresh, it somehow preserves them in memory. Which is why, well, that and another reason is why we always say that when you get to that point of the game, if you reset, you're supposed to reset the console. But I thought I had, which is why I was very surprised. It's not hard to figure out. All you got to do is get back to the start and then just make sure they're all on red. And usually it's the first one you cock up, right? Because you're not expecting it. So you usually just set that one back to red and then sit back. It's kind of annoying because it obviously lost us like 40 plus seconds there. Alright. So good game physics means we can just slide back out of bounds. So we did a slope boost right at the beginning to get out of bounds. Because gotta go fast, and being out of bounds is usually faster because you don't have to walk around things. There, the game just sucks at programming, and you just slope boost into the wall, and that's enough to put you out of bounds again. Jump back in bounds here, because we actually need to not walk through this pole, but another pole, tube, on the other side that we're about to get to. Obviously, again, some really great programming. You can just jump out of that at the right angle, and you're out of bounds again. So this skips kind of walking around. And then, yes, we need to go through this part, this tube here, to load the next part of the map. the trigger to load the next part of the map is in this tube, so we have to go through that section to do that. Oh, fuck it. Alright, and another slope boost puts us out of bounds. I went for a slightly different trick that's in theory faster and a little bit safer, but I kind of cocked it up, so I went to the backup trick. So, kind of weird invisible walls here, which is why you can see me kind of walking weirdly. I'm trying to dodge those walls. So yeah, we're out of bounds, not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be a boss fight in this pit, but instead what we're going to do is just kind of hover on the edge here and load the next part of the map. Always think that looks really cool, because you get to see it really visually load in. Then we have to climb this kind of whole section. Alright, coming up is second best trick in the game, in my opinion. Not because of the complexity, but because of what it does. So what you're supposed to have at this end of this level is a huge fight with a bunch of spiders. As you can see, we only have 3 hearts of health, which is basically your starting health. The game is expecting you to have at least like 12 to 15 hearts here, because you would have done all the sub-quests and got all of this experience that we haven't got. So fighting the spiders used to be not only slow, but a huge RNG element where it was very, very easy to die and lose your run. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to skip that spider fight, which requires the most ridiculous out-of-bounds strat here ever. But that being said, in theory I have a setup, but we'll see. And we got it. In fact, this is going to be a PB by a huge amount because we got that pretty much second. We got the second time. Wow. Yeah, this is going to be a huge PB split for me. So we're going to get some gold action going on in this run. So what we're going to do here basically is the trigger for the last. And we got the trigger. Thank you for the follow, Spire676. And I split a little bit late, but it's still gold because I got the beeping of somebody following. Yeah, that was huge. Apparently only gold by like 2.6 seconds, which is kind of weird, but fine. We did split late though. Yeah, thank you for this follow, dude. So yeah, so what we did there is a slope boost to get us out of bounds, and then we just kind of walk to. It's the last cutscene of that level. You can fall into the trigger for it, and by doing so, you can end the level basically without having to do that fight. It's, yeah, second coolest trick. Really, it's the coolest trick because that having that find just made this game so much more accessible to run. It made it way less of an RNG fest. The only reason I say it's the second best trick is I didn't find it. So the coolest trick is the only one that I found that's in the game, in the run. Which obviously has to be the coolest because it's mine. So, yeah, but other than that, it's definitely the coolest because of it makes this game just way more accessible to run. So yeah, love the spider fight skip. And we actually, literally last run, so I didn't say anything, but I actually completely changed my setup there, and I fucked this up, but that's okay. Not completely changed, but just when I was running that last time we were there, I made a slight modification to my setup on the fly and got it first time. So I was testing that modification. I literally used the modification that I used last time, and we got there like second time. So I'm definitely going to go back there and practice and see if that setup is reliable, but we may have actually found like a way of doing that that's actually non-horrible. Which would be fucking amazing if that's the case. Alright, let's go. So it was obviously minus 2 minutes or whatever compared to our PB run. The minus 2 I was talking about was versus our summer best. Obviously that trick being really difficult is the hardest. That's the what I was talking about earlier. That's the hardest slow boost in the game by far. It's just really tricky. Unfortunately, not tons of tricks in this level until right at the end. Due to the fact that usually most of the kind of puzzles and whatever we skip, like any of the go collect this and that and then come back to me kind of stuff, we actually skip. In this level, to get the trigger for the end of the level, you have to put 4 keys into a platform. You can actually get 2 of the keys very easily outside. One of the keys is, in theory, right at the end. It will be the last key you guys see in this run, but actually you can get much earlier using some out-of-bounds strats. The problem is there is one key hidden away behind a web thing that we cannot jump around or get around or remove without like doing a bunch of other fucking submission-y crap things. Because we need to get like a potion thing to destroy it. And there seems to be absolutely no way of getting it early. If we could find a way of getting it early, we could make this, we could do this level way faster. Or come up with like a route that would make it way faster. But since there's no way of getting it early, by the time you actually get it, there's no point doing anything else weirder than what we already do, which is the one trick in this game. There's just not a faster way. So there is some tricks, but they don't come until right at the end of this level. So we're gonna head back outside now. Kind of random double loading. Which is a lot to do with how this game is programmed. Like, if you play around with this game and do out-of-bound warps, you can see there's like a lot of terrain and extra like kind of things that you never see. Oh my god, what the hell? That you never see in the run, and not even see in the run, even actually see in the game, but do exist. Like we've proved, there's like a whole extra beta level that exists in the game that you can warp to. There's a whole section of one level that you can get to that's like partially functioning, that isn't actually in the final game. So this is the key I was talking about that's impossible to get to. Did I dodge all of that? Sick. Okay. Usually I try and ring up straight away there to get away from the green spiders. Those are the spiders that we hate. Oh! We hate the red spiders the most, but the green spiders are second most hated spider in this game. Because they poison you. Red spiders are worse because they poison you and do a ton of damage, but green spiders it's 1 dot of damage and poison. Red spiders it's like 2 dots of damage and poison. Which sucks. Did it my way. Alright. So coming up is the big trick for this level, which requires some fuckery.
Show yourself.
Super special warp from this guy. Alright, so this is the first time you're going to see clip warping. So clip warping is kind of confusing unless you've seen it before. But basically what happens is the game defines a saved position when you're walking around. The reason it does this is it wants to try and get you out of situations where you might like fall into an object and kind of get stuck. So it's actually part of the game, but what we do is we abuse this. So if you keep jumping and don't stay on the floor for very long, it won't set your save position. That means that as long as we keep jumping, the save position doesn't get set. We can then purposely warp ourselves to that save position, which is like obviously a huge abuse of the game. It's not ever expecting you to be able to do that. So we put ourselves out of bounds. to skip a huge portion of this underground section. Also, namely, a fight sequence that's a ginormous ball ache that you have to do to lower a vine to let you climb up. So we skip that completely by doing this warp here. Which is the one trick in this level, is to do that big ass warp. So yeah, and that is the first time we use clip warping in the run, which obviously looks pretty fucking insane. But yeah, it's literally as simple as the game tries to define some kind of position where you're safe, and we abuse that fact and jump around to make the game think we're not safe when we are, to let us do cool things like clip warping. So you will see more of that coming up in this level. This run is going really well so far. But we'll see. We still have a warm welcome to do, boys. I've practiced this so much. I might... Alright, this run has actually gone so well. We're 241. I'm going to pussy out and safety save before save jump. I really don't want to, but this run has gone exceedingly well. And my save warping strats are way better than they used to be and are pretty solid now. But I still don't want to take the risk considering how well this run's going so far. So even with the huge fuck up in riddles, this has been a really good run. So I will make a safety save. Which wastes 8 seconds to make a save. Obviously then, if I need to use it, then you waste a bunch more time, but it's only, if we don't need to use it, it's only 8 seconds wasted, so, well, only, but compared to the ripping of the run, if we don't do it, then, you know, I'll take it, I think. I will take the option to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I nearly cocked that up, by the way, guys. I was insanely close to the edge when I did the last jump off there. If I'd bounced into the edge, it would have springboarded me into the water and I would have died. I would have been very pissed off about that. But we got it. Go for it. Get that PB. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, Crunchy. Alright. So save it in the top one. Top one is safety save. Second one is going to be the save. So this is now the infamous fucking save jump, which I'm sure some people would consider the hardest trick in the game, mainly because it rips many runs. Also because like the fucking timing window for this is insanely fucking small. You have 3 frames when we jump off here. I fucked that up. Alright, we're okay. You have 3 frames in which to hit a save point that is down there and save your game. I think we're good. Second one. That looked good. We had to move a little bit, but it looked good. It was good. Nice. Okay, so dying there is completely fine. We're okay with dying. What you had to do there is save inside of 3 frames. If you're a little bit late there, you will actually be dead when you save the game. Which is what happened to my last run. You'll be dead as you save the game. Which is like the worst thing to happen. Because what it'll do is it'll reload you, but you'll be in a dead state and the screen will fade to black, so there is like nothing you can do and the camera's all fucked up and everything, so. But that worked out. Also, what happens is when you load, if you jump as you're loading, the game doesn't set your save position. So you can, because it doesn't set your save position, what it does is it holds a default save position, like in memory. And when you warp there, because it doesn't have a save position set for you, it warps you to the default save position, which in this case is the beginning of the level. That's really fortunate for us, because what we did there is we went down and got an item that we need to end the level early. But having the ability to, but having gone down there, you actually end up stuck down there. There is no way to get back up except by reloading the game so that you have a default warp, and then warping back up to that default warp. So that ability to do the combo of saving to get down to the right place, followed by warping back up so having a default to warp back up to is just fantastic. It's exactly what we need. Here I did a manipulation where I walked into one cutscene after having already triggered the exit for the door. This let me stack 2 cutscenes on top of each other, and then the second cutscene brings me to the third cutscene. I actually did all of that while preserving a clip warp spot, which is what I just walked to. So we could go underground there. So we could go into that kind of the bar, and then warp back out of the bar to that clip spot, saving us having to walk around, which saves a whole bunch of time. Alright, so I have a proper setup for this so that I don't fucking die. It's painfully slow, but it means that I won't die. There we go. Because I've been having some issues with the fucking acid killing me there. You can actually only walk into one of those acid things, and only for a split second. Any longer and you will die. So I have a setup that means I can use the long jump to make sure that I don't walk into more than one and get me through quick enough. It's very slow. It's definitely not the fastest way to do that section by any means. There are some more YOLO strats that you can use, but I do that one because it is safe. As you notice, I'm actually saving a clip warping spot, which we set just before we entered here, just because it's the fastest way out, otherwise you have to do a bunch of cockery. We also actually set it in a very specific spot, which I didn't quite get, which is there, because that's actually then the cutscene to get to Bard here, which lets us end the level. And that is a gold split by a huge amount. So that was the reason I wanted to save. That is a ginormous gold split. It's actually only 8 seconds against my PB, but in the actual run terms, it's now put us, it's another 2 minutes and 22 seconds, which puts us 5 minutes up on the PB run, which is cool. Practice this level a lot. I've actually been practicing my Ring 2 cycle, but I'm a pussy, so I'm going to be, Smog 2 cycle, which you'll see a little bit later in this level, but I've already made the executive decision to pussy out of that and do the 3 cycle because it's safer. So I don't know why we've got other things out other than stick here. Please. Also, there is strats here. Shoutouts to iRoll. Multiple strats here that I'm not going to do, either because I haven't practiced them or they're insanely new. Also, I kind of want the opportunity to take the break when we get to the end of this level. So we're gonna definitely take that. So yeah, gonna miss out on 21 seconds of possible time saves, but given that I haven't practiced those 21 seconds of time saves, it's not worth trying to do them if it's not practiced. So I will sack the 21 seconds.
Show yourself, thief.
This is also the more restful way of doing this level as well, the way I'm going to do it. The new setup that saves like the 16 seconds is cool. It's difficult but doable. I have actually done it in practice, but it means that you don't get to do the kind of cool resting that we get with the current route, which I'm kind of looking forward to. Just to take a quick break, chill out briefly. So we did a 1 cycle on the ring there. This was the 3 cycle that I was talking about that I am not going to do. Could have completely have got away with doing a 1 skip there, but not worth. We've actually got good camera. If I had wanted to go for the 2-cycle, we actually got a good camera position then. But as I said, being a wuss, and just gonna go for the 3-cycle. The 2-cycle isn't actually particularly hard, but there is a chance you can fuck it up, and that will kill you. And I really, really, really don't want to die here. Alright, sick. Got through that. Wonderful. So all of that is as in, well, not completely as intended. You're supposed to walk around to get to him both times, but we just kind of take, you know, as the crow fly routes to get to the relevant places we need to be. And that's absolutely fine. So yeah, now we have the infamous water jump, which is apparently a puddle of water from any of height is enough to save you from dying. Or at least we believe so. This is actually the only place we can test that theory. Which means we just jump off here, and this puddle of water is deep enough to save our sorry ass for whatever fucking reason. We assume that any water anywhere of that depth will save you from full damage, but this is actually the only place where you have a height which you can drop to test that. So unfortunately we have to, I presume it's any water, because it would seem weird that it would be something specific about this one. Especially when the game has ropes and stuff that I'm pretty sure are designed for you to climb down. I don't think they want you just to YOLO jump down there. Yeah, so the new trick for this is you do some like mad manipulation, where you basically set all the boxes except the bottom one into their slot positions without being able to know whether or not they're locked in. You then climb all the way back to the top to set your warp position. You then go push the bottom box in while maintaining a warp position. You then run back up to the top here to get into the warp. The warp then puts you back out of the top of this area. You then can like run round to the door and just keep running into it, and it does move the barrier slightly earlier than if you were to wait, which is what we're going to do here. So get up on these vines, nice and slowly on these vines because they can troll you. So just going to make sure we have the correct locks every time. Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll step away for about a minute and I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back guys. Just jumped onto the door there. And then we can sit around for another 30 seconds or so. So yeah, the new strat is 16 seconds Irul got it to, although some of the movement wasn't perfectly optimal. But yeah, maybe 18 seconds with optimal kind of, you know, optimal movement. It's an interesting trick to set up and to see, because yeah, it's a really weird abuse. But shout outs to Irul for actually finding that, because we actually didn't think for a long time that anything would be found for that. So lost a couple seconds, which is basically doing the 3 cycle on Smog instead of the 2 cycle at his last section. Literally it. That's the only time lost there. Alright, Gathering of the Clouds. Wonderbar. My Gathering of the Clouds split is quite slow in my PB. I've got a new setup since I did my PB run to do this. So I'm hoping that worked out for me here. I was doing some practice on this last night. Last night? Night before? Last night, I think. Hey. Okay. So, second turn to get onto his head. To get onto his shoulder. Got into his head nicely there. Okay, that was a really fast puzzle skip. It's a very fast puzzle skip. Kind of doing, this is similar kind of manipulation on the sides here as to what you see in Troll Hall. It's not super easy to do. Oh god, I'm not feeling, okay, alright, we wasted like 10 seconds here. Sorry. This run's really good. The last thing I want to do is like have a random death and have to try and do puzzle skip again under pressure, so... Nope, no hype yet, Crunchy. Or if you want to hype, you can get hype in private. I am going to stay calm as water. Alright, so very similar stuff to a lot of the other clipboards we've seen. Set the save point around here. The cool thing with this one is we are going to unload this room basically that we're in now by coming back around here. That's important because we're trying to get to a room basically that's behind some doors that are locked, which is those ones in front of us. We basically were stood behind that room. By unloading that room, we've removed that wall. We're going to try and take advantage of that by now warping back to it and dropping into the room from behind. I think that was fast enough. It was! Holy shit! Oh my god. That was a huge split as well. Fuck me. That was gold. Yeah, like my PB split for that was the fastest I've done it, but that was gold by like 37 seconds. Okay, calm. Calm and still as water in motion. Thanks, Rick. Alright, so last level here. That last jump, the reason I said is it quick enough, doing that particular setup, you have to, I wouldn't say it's not frame tight, but it's maybe the first half a second of warp that you have to actually do the slam in. If you do it any slower, then you will die. Hence why I made the safety save. Alright, so we got out of bounds first time here. So we're just going to hop around out of bounds. If I was being slow, I would cock around with showing you all the orcs falling to their death, but I want to do this quickly, so set our save point here, jump back inbound. So we need to do this to load the next area of the map, which is what we're going to do now. Oh shit. Did I get it? There we go, there they are. Oh crap, that did not go according to plan. Alright, so it's actually worked out. The guy that we attacked first, you want to do way more damage to him. But he's actually gone melee mode to attack this guy, which is actually nice for us because it means we can get a really nice kind of skip here. I think my jumping was fast enough there. It looked fast enough to me. We'll find out now if we can get this warp. Nice, it was fast enough. Okay, so you actually have to skip 4 cutscenes there, and do that entire fight as well, which is what I didn't mention, while maintaining your clip warp, which means you can't touch the floor. There's a way of cycling those orcs so they do no damage to you, but it requires you not to cock up on any of them. Unfortunately, we didn't get the knockdown on the first one. Never seen this part of the game. This is because it's the last level, dude. So we messed up slightly because we didn't actually get the knockdown on him, so he went and attacked us, which was fine. We transferred to the back guy. I was very aware of what my health was, so took a potion because it got very low. Luckily enough, the front guy, the first guy we attacked, actually buggered off to attack our matey boy who was with us. We got this first time, which is nice. So that's just a sequence break there where you can jump and hit that barrel fast, i.e. early. Nice, we got through there. Sometimes those guys control us. So yeah, that was kind of what went on with that stuff. Jump down here, trigger the cutscene. Now for bridge skip. So we have to come up to this, jump on. This is kind of tricky because the thing doesn't really want you on here. That was nice. We actually got a nice height here. Should mean that if we go here, there we go, we got the flicker there, so this should be first time. It is. There's a very slight reticle flicker there where it tells you whether or not you're locked on. There's like a slight auto aim system in this game, but obviously you're not supposed to hit it from there. That's a sequence break. You're supposed to walk around and hit that barrel. We're going to jump up onto here, so we're out of bounds. It's one of the easiest out of bounds in the game. The reason we do that is we want to skip the bear fight here. Floor is lava, the game. God damn it is. So we want to skip the bear fight here at the end. So we're going to take a nice wide berth to make sure we don't hit the trigger. This also works out really nicely for us because it puts us right near the end, which is just here. Gotta jump up here, get a slam onto this, nice, up on the end, 1, 2, turn round, long jump down, tag and end the game. 47-29 new PB. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, Jesus fuck. Oh my god. Oh, fucking hell. We did it, guys. Fucking did it. Fucking PB. By a long ass way as well. I can't believe we strung such a good run together at the end. Gold on Gathering and gold on Cloud's Burst. Gold on Warm Welcome. Gold flies as well. That was a sick run. Oh man, yeah, we're gonna be so fucking hyped now. Fuck. Oh, 47-29. I didn't think I would get a PB that good. I thought I would sneak under 50, but that's an insane PB. Oh, fuck yes.